This question comes from Jimmy Balcher.
Jimmy Balcher.
Ron, I was looking at a pretty house in the Grand Prairie, Texas. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, swimming pool, and it's in great condition. The purchase price was $120, and I can pick it up now for $87. There's an investor looking for similar property. I was thinking about striking a deal with the end buyer to let me lease purchase the property, use my profit as the upfront consideration money, and move into the home. Is this a good strategy to use?
Well, it sounds like a good strategy if you can get the investor to bite on it. I'm assuming that your purchase price is $87,000 in cash and you're not taking over any debt here. Because if you are, you don't need him. You can just take over the debt and move in. So if you're looking for somebody to put up the money, depends on your investor's needs. Because if I were that investor, I wouldn't put up $87,000 and just turn the house over to you. I'd want to know how I'm going to get my money back. So I'm either going to put a private loan on there, which your investor might be willing to do, or I'm going to want to cash out to a qualified buyer, which they wouldn't be willing to do if you're going to move into it and lease option it from them. So yeah, the plan is good, but you've got to find the investor that is okay with the plan, or the plan is worthless.
This question comes from Eric Whitman, and he's from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, okay.
In the unlikely event that the lender enforces the due on sale clause, what would the seller need to do if he is in a lease option contract with a tenant buyer?
So I bought a house and I've taken over debt subject to, and now I put a lease option tenant in there and the bank calls a loan.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you likely won't live long enough to have that happen. but I am sure that you're just absolutely concerned that it's going to happen to you, and it very well may be, because you're special and you might be the first one they call do this century, but just in case, there are options. First thing, you go to the bank and you say, listen, change your mind. I've got a tenant buyer in here. Your borrower is still on the hook. There's no reason for you to call this loan due. If you can get them to change their mind, fine. Secondly, you can always take your tenant buyer down to the bank and try to get them qualified, give them a incentive, maybe pay their closing costs if you have to, and put them in the system. The bank is going to work with you because they know it's in their best interest. Thirdly, if worst comes to worst, even if they did foreclose, it would take them a long, long time in this economy. I'm sure the seller would not like it, but you've got months and months and months and months to get cashed out if they did foreclose. But then there's another option that I don't really want to talk about much here, but literally I could file suit on the bank and get them to stop foreclosure and tie them up for months and months if I have to. And that's what's going on all over the country right now. Their whole law firms doing just exactly that, just to buy the people time. Not my favorite strategy, but I'm not worried about the bank, and frankly, you shouldn't be either. They're not going to call the loan due if the payments are coming in. And I'm sure there's always an exception, but I doubt it'll be you.